Hi everybody, thanks for joining me again on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today we are bringing you the first process video for the January Build a Page series. So today I am going to be scrapbooking this 5x7 photo of my son and my daughter-in-law. And off camera, I did go and fussy cut some of the florals that were with the papers that I picked out. With this page kit, I had this floral, so I just went ahead and cut out a bunch of them. And the other thing I did was I pulled out this piece of paper that was from Park Lane, which was from the Olivetta paper pad, because I thought the color really went pretty close with Kevin's tie, and so I thought I could use this for part of it. The other thing I did was I went through my distress inks and I grabbed out a couple different colors just to see if I could find one that would match. So I tried like the Savage Patina. That one was too light. Faded Blue Jean was too dark. But when I got to Mermaid Lagoon, it was pretty darn close. So I think I'm going to use that. What I ended up doing off camera was going and using my foam applicator, and I just put the distress ink on a doily. The other thing I did was took one of my cut files that I had and kind of disassembled it so that I could color kind of the flowers with a little bit of the blue. And then I have like the twigs and things that would have been on this half halo. I cut them apart. Don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but I just thought I would try something to see what we would have to kind of build from. So I grabbed this piece of white cardstock. I'm going to first, I think, mat my photo on this. And then what I think I'm going to do is mat it on the burlap. Or I might do a wonky. I'm really not sure what I want to do. I'm kind of like one of those, like, especially with it being the first one, it's kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off. You're like, okay, I need to get the feel of it, and I'm not quite there yet on how I want it to look. And I also think sometimes these kind of layouts, you kind of get rusty on them. You kind of have to get back into your rhythm, and I'm very rusty. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to use this as my background, and then what I thought I could do is rip the bottom and maybe do a little bit of a layer of the lace and then a little bit of the blue. But I think I also want a little bit of the lace behind the picture. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And we just kind of build. There's no rhyme or reason. I just kind of put things where I think they might look good and keep adding until I'm happy with what I've got. So let's go ahead. Trim this one. All right. And I think by having it on the wood grain, it does pop up a little bit better. And like I said, I think I want to rip this bottom half. So we're just going to go for it. And I don't want as like all these big white edges, so I'm going to just take a little bit of that off. And then, like I said, I think I want to have a little bit of the burlap coming through, but I want it to also be a ripped edge. So we'll go ahead and rip this. And then I'm debating on if I want to do another mat with the blue or just kind of bring it up. But we'll see as we go. This does have a little bit of the blue in the crevices of the wood grain. All right. So I don't want a lot peeking through. I just want a little bit. I'll just go ahead and put it like that. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut the excess off so we don't waste it. And then these scraps I will carry over to the next layout, and I might be able to use them on the next one and just move them forward as I make. Now the last thing I want to do is put this on here so I have that blue, and because this is 12 by 12, I know that if I put this directly on top, this is going to be a 12 by 12, and then I can again cut off the excess. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a pretty good size chunk. And then with that foil, it just gives it a little bit of bling. So if I do pull in any like gold and stuff, it's going to pull those colors into the rest of the layout. Okay, so I have that. And now, like I said, I think I'm going to pull in a little bit up here and see if I can get a little bit of maybe both the burlap and the blue in this upper corner. And I want the burlap again to have a little bit of a rough edge. Actually, that piece might be big enough. Let's go with that. And I need the blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this to the top of this blue, a little bit lower. So the blue is peeking out. Actually, I need it on a straight edge. Okay, so I have a little bit of the blue peeking. Now I'm going to go ahead and run some adhesive right here. And then I'm just going to line this up so that it goes to the edge of the blue and you can't see the bottom of the burlap. And now it's all kind of scuffy and distressed and looks very burn, which is kind of the look we want. And again, I'm going to cut off, without hopefully chopping my fingers, that little bit of excess. All right, so now it looks like there's burlap. Now it looks like we have 3 layers. You have your wood grain layer, the burlap layer, and then underneath the blue layer. No one knows that there's just pieces. And then now my next thing is do I want to have another small layer of the blue? And I'm thinking I do, because it's just going to pop that picture off the wood grain. And now once we have this going, now we're going to be looking at like the shades of blue, because the flowers, some of them have darker, some of them have lighter. And so we're just going to be finding those shades. Now, one of the things I also pulled in off camera is I was watching Sandy Reversky yesterday. She is Steak Goddess on YouTube, and she made a layout and was using her pink paisley sticker book. And it reminded me of the stickers that are in there, because they are, part of them are the Auburn Lane, but they're also, some of them are the Indigo and Ivy. And so for those of you who are familiar with Indigo and Ivy, it had a lot of kind of the navy blue coloring to it. And so with that darker blue, and it has kind of a greenish tint to it. So I'm hoping, I pulled that out too. I'm hoping I will be able to use maybe some of that as well. So now I have that as my kind of my base. And so we'll see where we go. I might go, do I want it here? Thinking maybe pulling it to the side and building this way, only because I might be able to find a title like The Love or something. And then let's see how this is gonna look. Okay, I like that. And then I just want to kind of build then these florals, and now it's pulling in the pinks from her bouquet. And I don't know if they're all going to stay here or not. I'm just kind of tucking and seeing where it takes us. Okay, I kind of like that. And then what I might be able to do is maybe pull one of these down here and have it peek out. I also have the blue one. I'm going to cut the leaf off. Sometimes I find if the leaves are on here, it messes up the direction. So if I cut the leaf off, then I can put the leaf wherever I want. All right, like this so far. Now I have these little twigs, and I just left these in white. And maybe one down below. I have a couple smaller ones. I think I need one more flower, unless I go and I did grab this This is from, it's one of those epoxy buttons from Shimmers. And it's kind of the right color. It just says you and me. And I could take the green. All right. What do we think? Not positive about the you and me. Thinking it's too much doily, so I need to cut some of the doily off, and maybe I can use it somewhere else. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to tack it down in the center. I like where the picture's at. All right. Whoops. All right. And let's go ahead and tack the doily down, but I think I'm going to hide a little bit more underneath. Not have as much coming out. All right. Sometimes I just do better if I just start tacking things down. You know, the old Adele with Inky Quill, as she calls it, the stick and plunk. Because then I stop second guessing myself. And all right, and then I'm going to just put a little adhesive on the bottom of this. Tuck that under. And then these can come up like that. Okay, I'm liking that. Then let's see what we can do with this. Kind of like that. Or would it be better to go this way? And I think I'm going to have to cut the flowers or the leaves off of this one. Just see where I can tuck it. I'm kind of holding off on this orange one because I'm hoping if I can get this one in like this. I'm thinking this orange one would look better down below. And again, I'm going to take the leaves off, and I can tuck the leaves in where I need to. Actually, would it look better like that? And then one under. Okay, like that. All right, I like that. Now, I still have this bigger piece. And this is the other nice thing about cut files. You don't have to leave them the way that they were drawn. You can cut them into bits and move them where it will work. And I just want a little bit of this popping out from behind. And then a little bit of this going above it. Okay, and I can just trim that little bit of excess off. All right, now I can go in with one of these other leaves and pop that in. And all I'm doing is trying to run it down and frame it. So I'm running it along the line of the photo. And then we have this one here. You can do the same thing. And there we go. Now, all right, I'm happy with this. Do I want more of this? Okay, I like that. I'm just going to take a little wet adhesive and put that underneath it. That's not going anywhere. And then maybe I'll take a little bit of it and put it up here at the top. Or I could put it down the side. Let's go down the side with it. There we go. Okay, that's good. Now let's see what we've got for titles. I'm gonna go with that big, huge pile I've got, but I think I have, I love this. Let's see what we've got in here. Now we could pull in a little bit more of this foam and add a little dimension to it. Kind of like this Oh Happy Day. And just put that at the base of their photo. And then let's see what we can put in here. I like this flower. Nope, I don't like it with that. Well, we could just do hearts. Heart there. Put a heart. Tuck a heart in here. And tuck a heart in here. I'm not sure about this yet. I think that's good for those. Let's see if we have any butterflies or anything like that. There is this little bumblebee. I'll put the little bumblebee there. Trying to see if there's anything with the blues. Washi. A little gray. It just says so good. So I've got happy day, beautiful. And then we have so good. And let's see. This one says, happiness is here. And then if I put the you and me, and then this one just says enjoy today. I think that's going to be it for this. And then I just want to put some enamel dots on, I think. And I've got some like little pearls. Let me see if I can find them. Here's some pearls. Yep. And I'll do a few down here. And then a couple more down here. And I got two more left, and I'm just going to throw them up here with the heart. All right, so page 1 for the wedding album is done. And this is process video number 1 for our Build-A-Page for this week. So there you go. You know, it's a start for the album, which is what I'm happy with. And again, everything in here was for my stash. There wasn't anything, well, I did buy like some of the paper, but like the embellishments, it's just fussy cutting and things that I had already. So that's a win right there. So thank you so much for stopping by today, and we will see you again tomorrow for process video number 2.